Konnichiwa, Kohi Taimu desu.
My name is Ju.
And I'm Angelo.
We hope you have enjoyed our second video about our favorite snacks from Japanese convenience.
Yes, and if you haven't watched it yet, please check it out, as well as our first video on English language teaching in Japan.
Yes, and again, big thanks to everyone who already subscribed to our channel, Kohi Taimu.
Yes, and please continue to like and share our videos. Okay, so moving on, Ju, what's your coffee choice today?
Okay, so during our first episode, you bought the Latinista, and I tried tasting it, and it was very delicious. So today I wanted to drink this again, Latinista from Georgia. Yes, please try this, those who are here in Japan.
Yes.
How about you, Angelo?
Alright, so today I'm trying something new. I got this from Family Mart. It's called Cafe Camerize, and I think this is from the Boss Coffee Company. So I think it's gonna be a sweet one, and I'm excited to try it.
Alright, okay. それでは皆さん始めましょう。
Let's start!
Alright, so we are here at Kitano Ichiba. Izakayas are really unique to Japan, and we're both big fans of izakayas.
Yes, and izakayas are very affordable, and it's always a great idea to come to a place like this after a really long day at work, and you can just have a few drinks, have some good food while enjoying your time talking to friends or family or your partner.
Alright, so okay, on to today's topic.
Yes.
3 things that surprised us after we moved to Japan.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are more than 3 things that surprised you and me both after we moved to Japan. But just for today, let's talk about 3 topics each.
Okay, right. So, who should start?
Why don't you go first? So when did you come to Japan?
Alright, so I came to Japan year 2016.
Okay, same year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What month?
August, end of August.
Oh,
How about you?
I went here October, around October.
So around the same time.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start. So, Ju, what is one thing that surprised you after you moved to Japan?
Okay, so one thing that surprised me, or really surprised me when I moved to Japan, is when I started working as an ALT. Yeah, so ALT, if you haven't watched our first episode, please watch episode 1 about ALTs and eikaiwas. Yes, and yeah, during my work as an ALT, I realized that they cannot bring foods to school.
You mean the students?
Yeah, the students are not allowed to bring food. Not allowed. Even candies or snacks, they are not allowed to bring food to school.
Okay.
And but they have those typical recess and lunch. But recess are like for playing or reading books or like relaxing for 20 minutes. But like, you know, in our country, we can eat, we can drink, or we can buy from canteens. So Japan schools doesn't have any canteens, just to tell you.
So for lunch, for example, what do the kids eat?
Yes, but for lunch, yes, they have this kyushoku, or it's school lunch. They don't bring their lunch to school. They don't bring bento, but the lunch are provided by the school.
Okay.
Yes, and it's really nice because they like prepare their own lunch.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Very
so they,
different.
Yeah, so they have like
culture.
leaders or assigned to like be the cantiners. So they will put the food and then give it to their classmates. And they're wearing aprons like that. So it was really surprising. Like, why can't you eat during recess? But you know, this is Japan, and that's how they discipline kids, maybe. But it's a really good thing. Like, they can play, just play and talk with their classmates.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yes, it was really surprising. Yes, how about you?
Alright, so for me, one of the things that really surprised me after I came to Japan was the hone and tatemai culture.
Hone and tatemai.
Yeah,
Can you elaborate?
Maybe you know a little bit about it. So hone is basically the private phase, and this is your true feelings. And the tatemai is the behavior that people display in public. Now, I think this is a very difficult concept to understand for a lot of people, including me. because if you take it out of the Japanese context, it appears like the person is being hypocritical or two-faced. But actually, in a Japanese setting, it's not seen that way. It's more about being polite. So, let me give you an example, right? My first year in Japan, I tried meeting a lot of people because I wanted to make friends. At the end of the meeting, the other person would always say, let's hang out again or let's meet up again. But when I try to message them, they're either busy or there's no reply. Okay, so I'm always left wondering what happened. Okay.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to say no, but they wanted to say no.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to wrap your head around it. But after a few years, I think I'm more familiar with it.
Alright, moving on to the second one.
Okay, alright, for my second thing, it has something to do with the Japanese language. And you study Japanese, I'm studying Japanese, and I guess almost all Japanese language learners already know how complicated the Japanese language is.
Yeah.
But one thing that actually surprised me even more about the Japanese language is that it's a little bit gendered as well. So
Gendered?
Yeah, so for example, like in language school, we all learn the word for I is watashi, but actually there are different versions of watashi. And later on I found out that for guys, people don't really say watashi, but guys would either use boku or ore. And again, you have to consider your relationship to the person you're speaking with.
Exactly.
Yeah, and for girls, I think also you use a different word for I, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe another example. So for example, when expressing uncertainty or doubt, so guys would say or would use daroka, but girls would always use kashira. The word for stop is yameru. So girls would say yamete, but guys would say yamero. So that was very interesting and very surprising for me as well. So,
yes, I know.
how about you? Second thing.
Okay, so the second thing that surprised me when I came to Japan is, well, everyone know that Japan is one of the safest country in the world.
In the world.
Yes, right. But I was really surprised because unlike in our country, we have these guards who are there for our safety. Yeah, but in Japan, for those who doesn't know, Japan doesn't have any guards. Yeah, I think you can you notice it when you go to convenience stores. There are no guards. When you go to supermarkets, there are no guards. Security guards, and especially when you go to bank, there are no security guards. Yes, and that was really surprising for me because banks, especially banks, you have your money there, you withdraw and deposit there, you bring a lot of money, but there are no security guards in Japan. That's really surprising, but yeah, because it's Japan. That's the answer. There are no security guards because this is Japan.
Right.
But it's surprising, right?
Yeah. But of course, I mean, just to be clear, crime does happen.
Yeah, yes, it does. Yes, but there are really so many honest people in Japan, like convenience stores. They don't. Well, they have security cameras, that's for sure.
Yes.
But they don't really need security guards.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. All right, so let's move on to the third one.
Okay, so my third most surprising moment is the happenings inside the train.
Okay.
Yes. I think everyone knows that it is really normal in Japan, like those who are sleeping inside the trains, like literally sleeping. But what surprises me when I came here is that you can actually drink inside the train. Like you can bring alcohol inside the train, which is not, we cannot do that in our country,
I think
right?
so,
Yeah. And you cannot even enter the station when you're drunk. But here in Japan, yeah, like people, you can like drink inside the train with your friends while going home. It's really surprising for me. Like, okay, that looks fun, but at the same time, it's dangerous. So yeah, I think that's really surprising.
Yeah.
And I think, but for those who loves to drink, maybe you would say, "Oh, I want to go to Japan because you can drink inside the train." So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but it's really surprising. Yes. How about you?
Okay. For me, so I think the third thing I'd like to talk about is that Japan, though many people see it as just one culture and one identity, it's very surprising that actually each region has their own identity or culture. So, for example, I'm sure you know that Okinawans have their own very unique culture, their own food, even their own dialect. And the same thing for example, for Osaka. So Osaka people, they're known to be very warm and friendly, and they love talking to strangers and travelers. But for Tokyo people, it's a bit of the opposite. So I think it was very interesting to know that each part of Japan also has their own unique local culture.
Yeah, like if you go like travel to different parts of Japan, you are going to a different country or world or like different setting.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting, right?
Exactly.
So, Angelo, what's our word of the day?
Yeah, today we'd like to share some expressions you can use instead of
Sayonara.
So one is mata ne.
Yes, and other expressions are "ja ne" or "ja na."
Yeah, exactly. So I know that in school, right, and when you go to a language school, you learn sayonara to say goodbye. But actually in Japan, sayonara doesn't have a really good image.
Yes, sayonara means like goodbye, like long-term goodbye, like you won't see them anymore.
Yeah, so it's like goodbye forever.
Yeah, so they don't usually, like they don't use it.
Yeah, the
here in
only
Japan.
time I've heard people use it is I think between couples who break up.
Yes, okay. Or like when I have my foreign classmates, like they go back to their countries, we say sayonara.
Yeah.
Yes. Or when you go like graduate or something.
Exactly. So never use sayonara unless you really mean it.
Yeah, like you don't wanna see each other forever. Okay. So next time, try using mata ne or just bye bye.
Yeah, exactly.
それでは皆さん以上です。Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. Our account name is Kohi Taimu Japan. Also, watch out for our next video coming out on July 20.
Yes, and remember to leave a comment and share our videos, please. And again, we post videos every first, third, and fifth Monday of the month. So see you again on July 20. That's all for today. Thank you for watching this video.
Mata ne!
Bye bye.